Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another reaction video. We got the Buffalo Bills made a horrific mistake. Bro, when they made this trade, I'm thinking to myself, like, what the hell did the Bills just do? Because I knew exactly who the Chiefs were going for. They were definitely going for Xavier Worthy. But I feel like the reason they traded up for him because they felt like the Niners were definitely going to draft him, because they were definitely looking for a receiver. As we saw, they drafted Ricky Pearsall. But why are the Bills helping out the Chiefs knowing that they cannot beat them in the playoffs? I don't understand this, bro. Why not just draft the receiver in the first round and just force the Chiefs to wait until 32? Like, I just don't understand. But let's check this out, bro.
You ready to put up some points?
I am. Let's do it. Let's go get that ball back.
For every NFL draft video that I make, I have to give a brief disclaimer. These takes are based off of all the analysis and pre-draft hype about each and every prospect. It's absolutely impossible to determine which pick's going to be successful and which pick isn't going to be successful this early on. Maybe except for the Michael Penix Jr. pick. Primarily,
I'm still trying to wrap my head around that, bro.
It's insane, and that's why we
the whole Falcons front office needs to be fired. I swear, they need to be fired.
Well, you know, 4 years from now, maybe that pick's going to be successful too. So before we get to the content, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow. Now that we get all of that out of the way,
W intro.
mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? I feel a lot of pain for Buffalo Bills fans because after another
At least they got Keon Coleman now, though.
The hands of the Kansas City Chiefs,
you know, as Josh Allen's true #1 receiver now.
And unfortunately for Bills,
I feel like he's definitely got the potential to be better than Stephon Diggs.
Improve immediately. As a matter of fact, they were trying to shed as much salary as they possibly could. Rightfully so. At a specific point, you need to pay back your debts. And that was what the offseason looked like for the Buffalo Bills. And I'm not saying that the Buffalo Bills are destined to fail as a result of it, but moving on from players like Jordan Poyer, Tre'Davious White, Mitch Morse, and Siran Neal had to have been a tough pill to swallow. And
especially Poyer and White.
More difficult for the Buffalo Bills, they decided to trade their top wide receiver to the Houston Texans. Now, I know what Buffalo Bills fans are going to say.
They're just helping out other AFC teams.
Like the worst decision here. If you take a look at Stephon Diggs' statistics last year, the moment Joe Brady took over, he wasn't nearly as much of a factor as he was.
And then, bro, there was a report that came out that he was allowed to request a trade with any other team other than the Chiefs, bro. That shit had me weak. That shit had me weak, bro.
I mean, after starting the first 6 weeks,
hey, they already knew what the deal was. They was not finna help the Chiefs out right there with Stephon Diggs, but they end up still helping them out in the process in the draft.
And the biggest evidence of this was when the Buffalo Bills faced off against the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 13. Stephon Diggs was targeted 11 times, but
damn,
only came up
4
with
catches for 24 yards.
yards.
Snead had that shit on clams.
Receptions for 48 yards. And the week after, he had 5 receptions for 29 yards. Stephon Diggs was just clearly not a huge part of the Buffalo Bills game plan anymore once Joe Brady came to town. James Cook was, so it didn't make a lot of sense to.
Then they drafted Ray Davis too, so that's gonna be a nice 1-2 punch.
Especially as he was going into his age 30 season. And on top of that, if you're in this scenario where your wide receiver 1 isn't giving you nearly as much production as he once was, why not look to the NFL draft to find a brand new wide receiver who could potentially be your wide receiver 1 that you don't have to pay a gigantic sum of money for? Well, that's what the Kansas City Chiefs were hoping for, especially because Stephon Diggs' final game with the Buffalo Bills was a 3-reception, 21-yard showing
off 8 targets. That's crazy,
part
bro.
about this was when the Buffalo Bills were looking for teams to trade Stephon Diggs to, they said any team was on the table except for the Kansas
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about, bro.
Something I'm digging up in the gutter of Twitter or Instagram or TikTok. This is coming to us from Chris Sims. From what I know, Stephon Diggs was allowed to seek a trade from anybody in the league except the Kansas City
they
Chiefs.
knew exactly what the hell they were doing, because if they were to give Mahomes Stephon Diggs, it would have been over with. Just hand them the Super Bowl trophy, bro. it would have been
Chiefs
raps.
were the only team they weren't going to trade to. And then we get to the NFL draft, and there's no question about it. The Buffalo Bills need to spend a first-round pick on a potential wide receiver one. You hit on that wide receiver one with your first-round pick, and you get a wide receiver one on a rookie scale contract for the next 5 years. If it's in the second round, then it's going to be a wide receiver one for the next 4 years on a rookie scale contract. So no matter what, the Buffalo Bills desperately needed to select a wide receiver. And they did something that was very odd. I mean, NFL fans were clowning the Buffalo Bills for this. A little bit of a history lesson. During the 2017 NFL draft, the Buffalo Bills
this was
down
I know they definitely
Kansas
regret this
City
now.
Chiefs to allow the Chiefs to trade up to number 10 so they could select Patrick Mahomes. This is a move that the Buffalo Bills are probably regretting to this day. So you would think that they would think twice before helping out their rival that practically ends their season each and every year in the NFL. But no, once again, in the 2024 NFL Draft, Buffalo Bills helped the Kansas City Chiefs. There's no question about it. Xavier Worthy is one of the fastest prospects we've ever seen in NFL history, running a 4.21 40-yard dash. His route running is jaw-dropping. So rightfully, if you're the Buffalo Bills, you do anything that you possibly can.
I feel like he
to
can be
ensure
more
that
of a
the
polished
Kansas
route
City
runner,
Chiefs
though.
Don't get this guy, because the Chiefs have been consistently ending your season throughout the Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes era.
Cause like didn't they end their season 2021, 2020, was it 2022 as well, and 2023? It's crazy,
to
bro.
Potentially get the next coming of Tyreek Hill, but no. As a matter of fact, the Buffalo.
Oh wait, no, not 2022. Yeah, cause the Bengals ended their season 2022. My bad.
Get Xavier Worthy.
I'm thinking of
traded
2020.
from number 32 to number 28 and gave up number 95 and number 221 to Buffalo in order to do it. Buffalo sent back number 28, 133, and 248. And fans had a field day with this. I mean, Chiefs get the fastest receiver in the draft, and it's in the trade up with the Bills.
Tyreek Hill 2.0, man.
Trade with Kansas City was booed loudly here. Just don't get why they would trade with the team they can't beat in the playoffs and give the Chiefs a chance to add a lightning fast wide receiver.
Like,
Buffalo,
why are you giving
failed.
Mahomes
You had to
another
make sure that
weapon?
you remembered
This,
what happened the last
oh
time
my
the Chiefs traded
gosh.
First-round picks with the Buffalo Bills.
Look at this nigga
And
cheesing
the
and
craziest
shit.
part about this is Xavier Worthy's family made this a point of emphasis the moment he was drafted. Watch.
Now if they meet in the playoffs and Mahomes throws it up, chucks it up to Xavier Worthy to end their season, bro, just look back at this draft. Look back at the first round, and they're gonna definitely regret this shit, bro. I'm gonna be laughing.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It was really cool to see Xavier Worthy get drafted.
Hey, I just want to let you know that we just made a trade here. We're going to be on the clock soon, and we're going to make you the newest member of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right.
Okay.
You excited?
Yes, sir.
You ready to put up some points?
I am. Let's do it. Let's go get that ball back.
But at the end of the day, if you're the Buffalo Bills, the last team you would ever want to help in this instance would be the Kansas City Chiefs. And that's before we get to Xavier Worthy as a prospect. The Kansas City Chiefs have been desperately trying to find their replacement for Tyreek Hill. And I think Xavier Worthy might be the closest thing to that. An individual that ran a 4.21 40-yard dash. Now, in the past, the Chiefs have been taking flyers on speed demons. When you take a look at their current wide receiver,
Yeah, and Hollywood runs a 4.2 as well.
that Patrick Mahomes has ever had. I mean, you have Xavier Worthy, who's boomer bust. He could be a superstar, or just like every other draft pick, there's some risk that he doesn't pan out at all. Then you have Marquise Hollywood Brown. You have Rashee Rice, who had a very solid rookie season. All three of these players are exceptionally fast. Hollywood Brown ran a 4.27.
Is he about to do what I
dash
think
when
he's
he
about to
came
do?
out for the draft in 2019. Xavier Worthy ran a 4.21 40-yard dash in the pre-draft process this year. And earlier this
I fucking knew it, bro. I knew he was gonna do this. Oh my gosh, this nigga was driving 119 miles per hour. I've been seeing this meme all over IG, bro. No.
0.21 40-yard
No.
dash in the pre-draft process this year. And earlier,
But isn't Rasheed Rice gonna be suspended for like the first few games or something like that? I could have sworn I heard something about that.
Fastest wide receiver core that the Kansas City Chiefs have ever had, and it's paired with Isaiah Pacheco and Travis Kelce.
This is gonna be such an unfair offense, bro.
The Chiefs do this, but I have to admit, throughout the first 3 rounds of the NFL draft, the Chiefs are having themselves a draft. Now, the Bills would also address their position of need with Keon Coleman with the number 33 overall pick. For all you know, he might be better than Stephon Diggs. He might be better than Xavier Worthy. It's just very baffling to me that they would help the Kansas City Chiefs at the end of the day.
Still don't understand that shit, bro.
Down below about all this, especially if you're a Bills fan, man. Do you think I'm making a big deal out of nothing, or do you think Keon Coleman's gonna be better than Xavier Worthy? Do you think Xavier Worthy
He has a chance to.
I like to hear what you got.
The only reason Keon Coleman fell in the draft was because he didn't have the best combine, especially running a 4.6.
Aside from that,
But his in-game speed is way faster than that.
our next upload.
Hey man, what do you guys think, bro? What do you Bills and Chiefs fans think of this fucking trade? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. But I hope you guys enjoyed though. If you did, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn on my post notification, get notified whenever I drop another banger video. And without further ado, I'm out. Gang.